They say that behind every pretty girl is a crazily contorted face, just waiting to be set free. Or at least, that's what they would be saying if they'd seen these pictures. Indeed, you'll find it a massive stretch to believe that these girls are the same person in both their before and after shots. So insane are their facial gymnastics. 1. Clowning around. Believe it or not, both of these photos depict the same girl. You may recognize her nightmare-inducing contorted face from fun houses the world over. After all, the size of that exaggerated, demented smile is the sort of thing you'd only really find on a clown. 2. Thumbelina. It's crazy how much the angle of a photograph can completely change how a person looks. Here, for instance, this girl somehow appears to have taken on the form of a thumb. Yeah, we can't wrap our heads around it either.
3. Beautiful. If you've ever had a particularly severe allergic reaction to something, you may recognize the expression in the second picture. But this girl hasn't been stung by a bee or inadvertently eaten a jar of peanut butter. No, this is just the kind of magic she can pull off naturally.
4. Eye candy. This one is clearly all in the eyes, or should that be eye? The ability to move your pupils independently of one another isn't a talent that everyone possesses, but it's great to see that those lucky enough to have it are able to enjoy it so brilliantly. 5. Gruesome glasses. Next time someone says you looked better with your glasses, point them in the direction of this picture. Indeed, it's extraordinary just what a pair of spectacles can do to some people. After all, we're sure that's really the only difference between the two shots. 6. The view from down below. As anyone who's ever taken a selfie will know, looking good is all a matter of perspective. And we've all got our preferred angles when it comes to taking photos. But for some reason, that angle is never from below. 7. The face of hell. Are you ready to be devoured by a demon and sent straight to the fifth circle of hell? Because that's seemingly what's going to happen if you approach this woman. Surprisingly, that second picture isn't the effect of makeup or prosthetics, it's just her natural, terrifying expression. 8. She's all chins. We're no experts, but we're pretty sure this isn't really what happens when you remove your makeup, as this girl jokingly claimed. After all, surely it can't make that much difference? Unless, of course, someone has finally come up with a surplus chin conceit. 9. An interstellar love child. There's really no beating the Cheryl's perfect description of her own facial contortions in the second picture. That is, the love child of Beavis and Star Wars space slug Jabba the Hutt. Yup, that pretty much sums up this hilariously terrifying photo. 10. Baby Boo Boo. It's not just fully grown women who can pull off crazy contortions with their facial muscles, of course. And while this adorable toddler probably doesn't know why her funny face is so, well, funny, we bet she always gets a big laugh out of it. 11. Gender bender. We'll forgive you if you had to look a few times at this one. After all, aside from the blonde hair, you would be hard-pressed to say with 100% certainty whether the two photos are of the same girl or of a girl and a man with cannibalistic desires. 12. Bag it up. Sure, this woman may be cheating a little with the use of a prop. But that second picture is still utterly terrifying. Indeed, seeing this bizarre transformation is making us seriously question everything we thought we knew about natural beauty. 13. How not to accessorize. Again, this girl has used a prop to achieve a horrifying look. But if she didn't have a bracelet in her mouth, we'd probably be far more baffled by how she managed to make her mouth do that. As it stands, we're only slightly afraid for our sanity. 14. It's all in the eyes. There's just something about the eyes that really sells complete dementedness. If you're ever struck by the desire to spook someone, just practice your crazy eyes. The rest will probably follow naturally. 15. Man or mollusk. This is getting ridiculous now. There's just no way we can convince you that these two people are one and the same. Not when one looks like an actual person and the other appears to be a humanoid octopus. 16. Head-on collision. You can just imagine this happening in motion. 1 second, she's looking away from you, and the next, her profile has snapped around to face you, gaining countless chins on the way and a look that signals your impending doom. 17. Seeing double? Okay, so the ginger hair and identical blue top are a bit of a giveaway that this really is the same woman in both shots. But if you just cropped it down to her face, you would have a pretty hard time convincing yourself of that fact. 18. Every hair lost is a chin gained. This girl's snap-cut style caption on her second picture basically sums it up. Where did her hair go? Where did those chins come from? Add those to the list of important existential questions, like why are we here? 19. Don't drink and selfie. It's amazing what alcohol can do to people. Indeed, this incredible transformation could probably be held up as a warning about the dangers of alcoholism. After all, they do say alcohol loosens you up, we just didn't realize they meant your facial muscles. 20. Time warp. Chances are you're now sitting there attempting to see just how crazy your own face can get with a little contortionism. But you might struggle to emulate this woman, who seems to have aged about 20 years between the